Welcome back into Spiced Up Sports Zone. We hope everyone had a very happy new year. I am Ben Spicer. We are at the Cool TV studio where we are bringing you the best in local sports coverage. And we have a guest joining us on the show for the first time, all the way down in Menifee County. Boy, technology is great, Coach. Derrick Robinson joining us from down there. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you joining us. And you are in your first year at Menifee County. You guys are currently 6-8 overall. Picked up a big win last night. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But just to start things off, I'm kind of curious for our viewers and for me personally too, kind of give us some background on your coaching. I know you spent some time in the 10th as well as the 11th region, I believe.
Yeah, this is my first varsity head coaching job. I started out, when I got done playing basketball at Georgetown College, I knew I wanted to get into coaching. I reached out to a guy who coached me in high school, Scott Hunley, at Woodford County, and he brought me in as an assistant, and I was there with him for 5 years. After that, I got my first chance to be a coach of a team, so I went to Bourbon County and was the freshman coach for a couple years, and then Ryan Wilson stepped in and was the head coach at Woodford after Scott. He called me, brought me back to be the JV coach there again. And then after that, I graduated from Montgomery County. I got the chance to go back for a couple years and be the JV coach. And then here recently, I saw a great opportunity to take over a great program at a great school in Menifee. And I was lucky that they selected me to lead their program and, my first head coaching job.
I got the chance to read your article with Zach Clemmy of the Daily Independent. Shout out to the ADI when you first got hired. And something that he mentioned is, the schools that you had been at are all bigger schools, obviously, than Menifee County. But one thing that you brought up that was interesting to me was, going to a smaller school, you kind of have the ability to, put your blueprint, put your mark on the program more than maybe at a bigger program. So how have you kind of done that in your first couple months? Have you had the opportunity to, work with those youth leagues and things like that? And what has, your first half year sort of been like there at Menifee County?
Yeah. At a bigger school, bigger county, there other people handle your other, you can be involved, but it's hard to do a lot. At a small school like Menifee, in a small but really tight community, you can really, put your hand on everything and grow your program from the bottom up. And that's what I wanted to do. We kind of restarted our youth program after COVID. It kind of got, low numbers, kind of got shut down for a year. I wanted to come in and try to change it. I got some great people helping me. We restarted it. We've got great numbers. They're actually starting games this weekend, and they're going to play about 8 weeks of games. I have a great middle school coach who was here before I got here, and he does a great job preparing our kids. And actually, they play, and we brought up about 5 middle schoolers to be on a freshman team and help our JV, because it's only going to get them better. And that's, building for the future, especially at a small school. It's what you have to do. If you're only thinking about your future, you're not really, you're only thinking about your present, you're not thinking about your future, it's not sustainable. So that's one thing I wanted to do. And so restarting the youth program, getting people excited. We did a youth camp this summer where we had the biggest number they've ever had coming out. Like I said, we got middle schoolers coming up playing high school ball, big numbers in the youth program. So that's what I really want to do. I wanted to build a program, not just for now, but that's sustainable in the future. And I feel like we're on the right track to do that.
Menifee County has had some success now. They're coming off a big win last night. We're going to talk about that here after a short commercial break on the Spiced Up Sports Zone.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, And for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
All right, welcome back into the Spiced Up Sports Zone. Coach Derrick Robinson of Menifee County, first-year head coach, joining us here on the show. Menifee County is coming off a big win last night over Raceland. And, Coach, I was intrigued by your comments. You said this is a big win for your program. Kind of break it down for us. What does this mean for Menifee County to be able to take down a team like Raceland?
Raceland, we got the All-A next week, and I think it's no secret they're going to be one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to take it. And they have a great program, and they're very sustainable, and they have a lot of great players, a lot of great size. And it's like I told my guys, it's a great win to beat a great team and a great program like Raceland, but B, it's how we did it. We've had a lot of, we're a very young team. We've had some growing pains. Games where we may be in it in the first half, third quarter, we come out, kind of let it get away a little bit, or we're up early and let it get away, things like that. But last night, it kind of went the same way. Third quarter, they got a 10-point lead on us. And instead of kind of what we have had issues in the past of kind of letting it snowball a little bit on us, they fought back, and they actually built a lead and sustained the lead in the fourth quarter and found a way to pull it out in the end. And we shot 28 of 31 from the foul line. Brevin Ricker dropped 40, and he's an unbelievable scorer. And, and we did it with guys like Trenton Brooks and Caleb Perkins, who don't start and sometimes may not play, a lot of minutes. They played probably 10 minutes in a row when we were making our run and sustaining it. And that's just, to me, that's what you have to build your program, is finding ways to grow up and get over the mistakes and the growing pains we've had, and then doing it with guys who, haven't been counted on to do that before, and they're stepping up in that moment. So to me, it was more about how we won over who we beat, but still Graceland was a great opportunity and great team to do it with.
Yeah, you mentioned Brevin Ricker, 40-piece nugget last night. It really seems like this kid is one of the best-kept secrets, not only in the 16th region, but in Kentucky high school basketball in general. He's had a big season for you all.
He has, yes. Yeah. If there is a better shooter in this region or this state, I'd like to see him. He is an unbelievable. If he gets going, he can score from anywhere on the floor. And that's an unbelievable thing to have. But he's also great at getting his teammates involved. He's averaging over 5 assists a game this year and 25 points. He does it all for us, and he's got great pieces around him that benefit from him and make him better.
What's coming up for you guys? You mentioned the All-A coming up here soon. Now you guys actually get to host that, correct?
Yes.
So what has kind of went in, obviously you're a first-year coach, but the work involved in hosting a tournament like that, I imagine that's been a little stressful over these last couple of days for you.
Yeah, we came back from Christmas break on Monday. So we started putting it together, figuring out where everybody's going to be, just the logistics of it, how you want to make it as big of an event as you can. And, we're working on that. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity to showcase our school. We just got it's little things, but we just got our gym floor resurfaced, so it's looking really nice and shiny, and we're gonna do it up big. We're gonna make it as big of a tournament as we can, starting Saturday through next week.
And some tough games on the schedule coming up for you as well. You've already seen your district opponents once early on in the season, but Coach, it feels like now after playing some of these holiday tournaments, you mentioned going to Estill County, big win over Raceland, All A coming up. It seems like obviously you guys have made some strides now as to opposed to where you were at the beginning of the season. What's maybe different as you guys have gone on, a month and a half into the season now?
Yeah, I preach from the start that we have, we're young as far as age. We start one senior, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores. And we bring, Caleb off the bench. He's a sophomore. But we're also young as far as varsity experience. Outside of Brevin and really Jamison, who didn't play a whole lot but got minutes last year, these guys are all new to the varsity level. And they're also new to me. So I've been preaching from the start, just, we may drop some games that maybe we don't feel like we should. Maybe we, whatever the case may be. But as long as we keep coming in every day and getting better and just wanting to get better, eventually we're going to turn that corner. We're not going to be young anymore. And that's why last night against Raceland was such a big game for us, because like I said, it kind of went the same way some other games have been, but we found a way to overcome it and pull it out.
Coach, that's great stuff. We're excited for the future of the Menifee County program. We are going to talk a little bit more about your vision for the future after this short word from our sponsors here on the Spiced Up Sports Zone.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Welcome back in, Spiced Up Sports Zone, our final segment. We are joined by Menifee County boys basketball coach Derrick Robinson. Coach, we talked about the future as we wrapped up our last segment there down at Menifee County. You mentioned you have a young team, a young core. I thought it was interesting in the ADI article you mentioned, you kind of scouted Menifee County a little bit last year in anticipation of that job opening. Of course, Coach Schwartz said it would be his last season. So what stood out to you about Menifee County that kind of appealed to you and made you want to apply for this position?
Yeah, I heard early, probably January, that Coach Schwartz was going to step away. And I had been, looking for that right opportunity to maybe get my first head coaching job. And after doing, you look at the research and you see you got all this young talent they had. They have an unbelievable administration here. Paul Alfrey, our athletic director, worked with me at Montgomery County. Cody Wolf, our principal, worked with me at Montgomery County. They're unbelievable in their support and just everything they give to us. And just going around Frenchburg, it's an unbelievable community that loves their sports. They love their kids. And I felt like it was a great opportunity to come in and build something for the future. I looked at their girls program, and their girls program has shown that it can be sustained at a school as small as Menifee. Our girls work extremely hard, and they do some really great things, and they're building also. They've sustained it for the future. So it can be done, and I knew it could be done, and I just felt like it was such a great opportunity with great support to come in and do something great.
Now, obviously, at first varsity head coaching position, you've had some experience as an assistant, freshman level, junior varsity level, made that jump this year to the varsity level as the head coach. What's been the biggest difficulty or challenge maybe that you faced as a coach that you weren't expecting coming in to becoming a head coach?
Outside of just, the paperwork and all the extra things that go into being a head coach, it's going from, as an assistant, you're kind of that guy that the players come to talk to about things that maybe they need to get off their chest that maybe doesn't go to the head coach. It's kind of not being that guy for, being there for them, but kind of letting my assistants be that, you know what I mean? Not being all buddy with them, having to be stern, having to be a little tougher on them just because you are the head coach instead, but still trying to be there for them. It's finding that fine line that, because it's cliche, but I'm a player's coach. I like to be there for my players. I like to, I want this doesn't have to be a job. It's high school basketball, and it's tough to find balance there. And that was the biggest thing. I think I'm finding it now.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time so much. Before we close out, let us know how they can follow you on social media. I know you guys have a great Twitter for the basketball team specifically. Where can we find you out on Twitter?
Menifee MBB on Twitter for our basketball program. If you go to Facebook, I think it's just the Menifee County School District is where we put everything out on there. We'll do something every game day. We put something out with them. We'll post pictures and everything on there. So if you want to keep track with us, you can follow us on there.
I'm excited to see you guys. I think I have your all's game against Russell, so looking forward to that. You guys
Awesome.
Making the trip up here to take on the 63rd District team in the Red Devils. Coach, appreciate your time again so much, and looking forward to seeing what you're able to accomplish down there in Menifee County.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
All right, that is Coach Derrick Robinson. Big thanks to everyone tuning in here on the Spiced Up Sports Zone. We'll see you back Friday for a new episode.